Welcome to Barun Maek time. Today we're going to show examples of implementation. So how do you do research in the framework of Yin-Yang 5 elements? And here's a video.
Empirical examples from Barun Maek research. In this part, we provide empirical examples from the Barun Maek research. These are anecdotes for providing insights on how to conduct research in the framework of Yin-Yang 5 elements, with applications from health to interpersonal relationships, plant care and pest control, and organizational management. Health. Public health, an epidemic of eye disease. An epidemic of eye disease occurred in the school district where I worked. I checked pulses from students in my school who were infected by the disease. Some students needed tree energy, of course, since it was an eye issue, which was related to tree energy deficiencies, but I found some students needed fire energy. They had more congested eye symptoms than the other group. I provided sour and bitter tea to them at school and asked them to take the same taste of tea or foods after school as well. Students at my school very quickly improved compared to other school students who were infected by the same eye disease. I shared the information with other public health educators, and some educators learned Barun Maek from me after that. Case 2. Sangshic Effects and the Sixth Energy. In over 1.5 decades work in Barun Maek, I had a lot of experience and insight that nutrients revealed by modern health science do not include all the nutrients we need. Some small amount of ingredients can critically influence life activities, and without them, human body's functions collapse like dominoes. I thought there were definitely some nutrient humans who continue to eat cooked meals were lacking. I tried to find out the nutrients that were lost in cooking but are vital for health. One day in 2008, after finishing my meditation, I laid down with the wish. I thought of the letter Qi. This Chinese letter means energy. At the bottom of the letter means grain. I realized that the grains have a lot of sixth energy. They have no clear taste like those associated with the 5 elements. So I produced 6 energy food product from grains and called it Sangshic. Sangshic is a representative Taoist food that is made from uncooked organic grains in an enlightened ratio and manufactured way. Grains, the lowest stage of the food chain, contain the most refined substance as believed in ancient Taoist society. Grains have their own warmth and much sixth energy, so if dried well, they have the vitality to sprout even after many years in storage. They are also proven to be the least toxic food ingredient we consume in the human history. So grains have been a highly valued major food with nearly perfect essential nutrients human needs. As we learned from the previous part of this book, the sixth energy can be of any other 5 kinds of energies and can control yin-yang by its balancing power, moderation. Therefore, we require Sangshic intake in the Barun Maek Advanced course to help cultivate virtues to cultivate the body. According to Confucius, body cultivation is the first step of body cultivation, family, harmony, state governance, and world peace. We believe that material and spirit could be one thing. Taking the sixth energy Sangshic can help spiritual and moral cultivation. I have realized and also experienced that various degenerative diseases could be cured and tissues of the body could be regenerated quickly by eating grains that were safely grown organically and manufactured through a process with insight and wisdom. No surgery is involved and there is no scars. In the process, I saw one's mortality improved and the sixth energy nourished. Through changes in mind and body, people can believe and sense the existence of the intangible and invisible energies of yin-yang 5 elements. The sixth energy is related to all membranes inside of the body that are linked through the connective tissues. My invention of Sangshic is a major implementation way of life in health by Barun Maek. So far, Sangshic has recovered wrinkles, scars, keloids, joints, ligaments, fractures, skin problems, neurotic problems, etc. through regeneration and healing. These effects have been well documented in writing and photos by the people who experience the effects. In addition, Sangshic can greatly shorten the period of research and greatly increase reliability. Sangshic is not easy to be taken as a meal once a day because it is not delicious, and many delicious food attracts people. Taking Sangshik is a process to test your truthfulness to take the required amount and your endurance to regulate your desire. If you complete the test, your trust of Barun Maek can be increased by the result, and you will be rewarded in improved health. Also, during your experience, your benevolence may emerge to share it with people around you, and you can encourage them with your experienced truthfulness and endurance. The Barun Maek Research Society's work is intended to provide a foundation for future generations to build upon. Our goal is to help the long-term sustainable development of the human society rather than pursue short-term gains. Interpersonal relationships. In Chinese old saying, heavenly time, earthly convenience, and people harmony can make a big change, among which people harmony is an important factor. If you understand Yin-Yang 5 elements through Barun Maek, you will see things in life from a different perspective and manage people harmony better than before. Case 1. Communication. In human life, people prepare tea or coffee when they want to talk with someone. Tea's taste is mostly bitter in both the Eastern and Western societies. The bitter taste nourishes the power of the tongue because the fire energy comes from bitter taste. It is well known that if you want to melt barriers in interpersonal relationships, try to take a tea together. I taught this to several professional counselors. They tried this method. It works. I got the same response. Not only for talking, we can make visitors happy with teas and decorations, if you know the visitor's energies needs. Case 2. Family relationship. Family is a basic unit to learn interpersonal relationships. However, many family members have a hard time understanding and teaching each other. Understanding the principle of Yin-Yang 5 elements through Barun Maek could easily help mother's integration of the family. One of my clients discovered that her family lacked earth energy, so it was hard for her family to gather together, even for dinner. She changed her dinner table to an earthy colored table. I gave her a yellow colored tablecloth as a gift. I visited her house several days later, and she proudly showed me the changed look in her house, and told me that everyone came to the table, so she did not need to worry about gathering family together anymore. Furthermore, her child, who had often stomach symptoms, really enjoyed the yellow cloth and stayed near the table as much as possible. Case 3. Family relationships. I have 2 daughters who have strong metal energy. They easily argue and were against each other, especially in the morning, because morning time has the lowest tree energy in human body in a day. I provided tree energy foods every morning for breakfast, such as tofu. One day I saw their tense communication and realized that I could not provide tofu or other tree energy foods. I apologized to them for my forgetting, and they laughed. Now they would say, "Let's eat tofu," when they feel tense atmosphere among family members. Couple relationship. My husband is a Western man who is over 6 feet tall and weighs 1.5 times more than me. By the controlling sequence, his energy and bulk controls me a lot because he is a majorly water tree energy person, and I am a fire earth energy person. I provide sweet foods for him to focus and be consistent on important projects instead of complaining. I stayed nearby him whenever I need wisdom and softness from his energies. Being a wife, especially, I do not want to invade his yang energy part. In the view of yin-yang, sky is yang and earth is yin. Sky encompasses the earth, protects the earth, and nourishes the earth. To encourage his yang energy's role and prevent from neglecting, I often report to him the harvest or disasters from the earth that he is protecting, like children's achievements, financial situation, and broken stuff waiting for his hands. Case 5. Preparing gift to give a friendly impression. One day I needed to meet a very important person to ask for some cooperation. In Korea, it is a common manner to prepare a light gift for the first meeting to be friendly. Knowing that he is a metal water energy person, I prepared organic honey with a golden color package because of his lack of earth energy. He appreciated the present and said that the color was his favorite color and honey was one of his favorite foods. With his friendly impression, we quickly could be close and maintain a trustful relationship to work together. Plant care and pest control. Case 1. Remove aphids from plants. One man who learned Barun Maek asked me to remove aphids in his garden. I asked him where the aphids were because there were some different energy types of aphids. Aphids' energy type would depend on what kind of vegetation they are on. He answered that the aphids were on a plum tree. In my experience, animals are different from human because they have much less 6 energy, so they absorb energies similar to their own energies to maintain the given balance. I recommend him to use any metal energy materials to spray on the tree. He used natural garlic water for the spray. It was successful. One day, another person asked me to remove aphids from her gardenia tree. She said that the tree was planted in acidic soil, so I recommended peppermint tea because she had that as a natural source of metal energy at the time. 2 days later, she sent me a photo of an udambara which showed up on the gardenia plant after the aphids disappeared. The udambara is very welcome in the Buddha school. She and I were both glad for the result from using the controlling sequence of the 5 elements for pest control. Case 2. Decrease ants. We were embarrassed about ants in my new house my family moved into, so I made an experiment to decrease ants in my own house. I put 2 types of tissues on their pathway. One was soaked in vinegar and the other soaked in salty water. Ants disliked both, but the tissue soaked with vinegar was more avoided. It was successful enough for me to have figured out that the major energy ants generally have. Ants have a group life. It means that they have a lot of earth energy. Some people said boron can remove ants effectively. Boron is a strange, salty taste and should work for removing ants as the tissue soaked in salty water. However, I just wanted to use a simple method applying ancient physics for the same purpose. So I tried coffee water, which was tree fire energy, and it also worked. More tests are needed. The results depend on what ants' energies are. If ants have strong earth metal energy, tree fire energy materials can be the most effective in controlling ants. Organizational management. Case 1. Recruitment. A branch manager who was working in a well-known finance management company had to choose the best person to work with her. Out of the 2 finalists, one candidate has earth metal energy in nature and the other has tree fire energy in nature. The job required the worker to work with clients and maintain good relationships with them. Based on the innate natures of the 5 elements, we know that a tree fire person is more suitable for the job, and the manager chose the tree fire person. The earth metal energy person later found a suitable job at another organization. It turned out that the manager herself has strong yang water and tree energy. She did not feel too comfortable with the earth metal energy candidate due to the controlling sequence, so the manager was satisfied with her personnel decision. Case 2. Organization, establishment, and management. Within 7 years, I made 2 successful organizations that also work with the other international groups on international issues. I, as a central committee member of these organizations, worked with influential experts and have my own business at the same time. I considered an organization as a life being, so I followed the supporting sequence in making those organizations. During the tree energy stage, the organization should focus on contacting people who could work together, putting correct people in correct positions, studying on how to achieve its mission, and conducting a lot of planning, although the organization has not been formed or registered as a real being. In the fire energy stage, the organization is passionate and in a hot mode. This time needs events to pull people's eyes, investigations to find out firm evidence in popular subjects, and innovate strategy to blossom and reach out. This stage has a lot of fun, but needs sacrifice from members. Some members may not continue because of sacrifice work. It is in the earth energy stage for the organization to be stable and core members to be noticeable and diligent. New members occur, but the old members are more trustful due to shown experience. Sometimes joint work with another organization is possible if the 2 bodies have a similar mission, like a human marriage. Until the earth energy stage, the established should work intensely from top to bottom, like parents caring. In the metal energy stage, members work in their talented area that could be called department. From the metal energy stage, new members can easily join the organization. Each work parts are well classified, and the person is in charge is clearer. The president of the organization can communicate with just each department's head official to direct the organization. In the water energy stage, the organization can work in various ways to achieve the mission and more people are involved. Water can purify itself until it is over-contaminated. Clearance and no corruption are very important in this stage, which can decide how long this organization can maintain. If an organization can reach the water energy stage, it has to be careful with the new adventures and care more the next generation of workers as wise human beings. We can be much more effective in organizational management if we understand and apply the ancient science of yin-yang 5 elements.
All right, so that's the video. And I think we need to give people an explanation why we change back.
Yeah, at the last video, we really some makeup and then good dress. Yeah, but while now here is no makeup again. It's for analyzing yin-yang 5 element in your body, it's very important thing. You have to show your truthfulness, so no confusion. So, and then skin color, eyes something swollen, and we can see the all clear evidence, the truthfulness. Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, it's you have to face yourself. So I'm imperfect at this moment. How do I make myself better? First is being truthful to accept who you are, but also think about changes. So I think if I look at all the videos, I think our appearance changes. So people's appearance changes maybe based on their status. So we try to be as best we can.
It's a science, no makeup.
Right. So not having the makeup make it a more truthful appearance, and then help you to identify issues.
Sure. Yeah. Good explaining. Yeah. And then the video is very long. So almost what we want to talk, and video showed everything. So we can just short thing leave here for audience about our class.
Yeah, we have classes at the intermediate level and advanced level, because what has been discussed in the video, I mean, you need to learn that content in person. Sure. Because checking the pulse, how to actually it's done, and also even checking the yin-yang level of the food. Also, if you are balanced your body, you have a good evaluation. But if you are already in a different state, then it may not be even accurate. Yes. So in person teaching and experience sharing is really important for learning this.
Sure. So you can compare your status from other people's status. So in person and class, physically start to contact to each other, and then join in the class, and you can see yourself, more comparing status, not just you're guessing. So,
right. So to learn more about it, please check the website. Yeah, we have the website, the link here.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so then
let's keep on applying yin-yang 5 elements in our daily life.
Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.